So I'll ask you a few more questions, if you bear with me. Approximately what time did you enter the school? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
All right. I mean, what were you wearing at that time?
I don't remember.
Okay. Can you tell me how was the visibility that day? Like, were there any street lights around the school or anything like that?
I was a little bit tipsy, so I can't
You were
remember.
tipsy. Okay. Mrs. Smith, now I'm going to ask you some questions regarding your personal circumstances. You said that you live in your address, which is 27 Walker Road, Hendon, Sunderland. Right. So may I ask you, is that house rented or owned?
That house is rented.
So how long have you been staying there? In that house?
Actually, I live with my mother.
You live with your mother?
Yeah.
So how long are you living in that place?
I can't remember.
You can't remember. Okay, so you said that you live with your mother. So do you have any siblings or anything?
I do have siblings, yeah.
Do they live with you?
No, they don't.
They don't live with you. So where do they live?
My elder brother, he lives in Croatia.
Croatia. All right, so it's not in UK. Do you have any dependents, Mr. Smith?
No, I don't.
Do you have anyone in your family that you need to take special care of, or anything like that?
I do take care of my mother.
You do take care of your mother.
Yes.
Okay. Are you married or are you in a relationship or anything?
No.
So you live with your mother and you're the only person to take care of your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
So I look after her.
You look after her all the time, okay. From the social report, I see that you're unemployed. What was your last employment, Mr. Smith?
It was 2 years ago, so I really can't remember.
All right. So right now.
But yeah, I'm going to join a new job.
Oh, you're going
from
to
next week.
You're going to join a new job next week. All right. So when is that? From next week.
Next week.
Do you know the estimated wage that you might get?
I'm still not sure.
So since you will get a new job at the moment, are you in any sort of state benefits or something like that?
Yes, I am on a state benefit. I'm getting £49 a week.
Okay. Mr. Smith, now I'm going to ask you regarding any previous convictions that you had. I've been instructed that you have been previously convicted for drug and alcohol-related offences. So may I know how many previous convictions did you have?
I had 4.
4 of them. Okay. So what was your latest conviction?
The latest one was I was supplying drug.
You were supplying
yeah.
drug. So all throughout these 4 convictions that you just mentioned, have you breached any of the bail conditions on these of the occasions?
Yeah, I failed to surrender to bail.
Is it in one or all of them?
One, only for one.
Okay, so one. Okay, so you failed to surrender.
Yes.
So where were you? Like, if you didn't surrender at that time? Any reason for why you failed to surrender?
I was at my brother's place at that time.
Where is your brother's? Oh, you already mentioned it's in Croatia, right?
Yeah, but another one who lives in Kent. So
Kent. Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
You said you have one brother, or?
No, I didn't say how many siblings I have.
I asked you how many siblings you have.
I have 2 siblings.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. So based on the information that you just provided me, I will now move on to the advice part. It seems that there are some strengths and weaknesses in your case. The good points are that you denied the charges, and there was nothing found on you, or there was no evidence of anything missing in the school. You said that you are the only carer of your mother,
Yes.
and you will be joining a new job next week. So I believe that these are some good points that you have in your case. However, even if you have a good case, it completely depends on the court to give you a bail or not, to grant you a bail or not. There are a few bad points in your case, which I would like to state that, since you told me that you have visited your brother, right? So, and you failed to surrender once by visiting to your brother, that there might be high chances that the court might think that you might do that again. So the court might impose some conditions on your bail. So, since there was a person who saw someone like you, the court might think that you might interfere with that person, the witness that is, and you obviously you told me that you have some previous 4 convictions. So you would likely get a bail, but not an unconditional one. To be fair, that since I've just told you the previous convictions and the failure to surrender that you have. But the court might impose few conditions on your bail. The conditions might be like, you might have to report to the police at certain times of the week. But since you've already told me that you will be joining a new job next week, then we can request the court for varying the condition, maybe. The court may tell you that, may impose a restriction to your travel, since you have told me that you have traveled once. You went to your brother's place at Kent or somewhere. There might be an imposition on you to stay at your home